Sorry, uh, can you repeat again?
Sorry, my bad. What time is it in Pakistan?
I am not in Pakistan at the moment. I am
Oh,
living
right.
in Turkey, Istanbul.
Oh, cool.
It's 11:30.
Nice, nice.
Yes. So let me give
ठीक है
quickly
बस
the
मुझे उनका
signal
बहुत बहुत
before it goes. Give me 1 second. That was the signal I had to go with before we could actually start. Things are moving fast. Assalamu alaikum, everybody, again. Hope you all are doing well. Let's start today's um, analysis with the community again. Hope everyone's doing amazing. So, guys, if you remember, just yesterday, like last night, Bitcoin was here, and we were expecting just a little bit more to reach here. But at the same time, I kept telling you guys take profit, because there was a clear risk, and you can see that just Bitcoin fell 3.69%, which these are all for the short term, obviously, but that's what we do. We trade in the short term to make more money, so it becomes really important for us when we do it. Now, again, we are in this level of demand that I expect Bitcoin to move back to 117,000. Why? I'm gonna tell you in a while. Your stop loss shouldn't be more than half a percent. So it's actually very, very less. There could be still another scenario, even if you're entering here, we could see Bitcoin hit 110K, then bounce very quickly. So, in case you still want to enter here, the second entry is at 110K. If this zone is not reclaimed, you can exit this position uh, only in that case, in the 4 hours. So today, if a 4 hour candle closes below and it comes, then again closes below this, then in that case you can exit. Otherwise, it's good. If a 4 hour candle comes here, then another 4 hour candle, or after some time we get another breakout, then it's good. We could still expect the market to come down, because you can see that we have clearly two zones. One is the support level here, and the other is the level of demand right now. And this level of demand is in 4 hour, and I expect this to work. So there are less chances we would right now go lower than this. Anyways, let's go and explore everything else. Then we will come into a conclusion later once uh, the entire analysis is done. Let me accept more people. I don't know, for some reason this doesn't have an option to let everybody join on themselves. Um, Google Meet. We're using Google Meet because it gives us more time. Anyways, let's go. Um, okay, US dollar. As I mentioned to you guys yesterday, US dollar was clearly bouncing from this level, and you can see it doesn't really care even about this level, and it's trying to break it even higher. So there are chances for things to get even bad, like worse than this. So the point that I made yesterday was very, very clear. US dollar has broken this trend line, but crypto was also trying to go up, and it happens rarely, right? So first US dollar moves, then crypto follows the same path, but because US dollar goes up, then crypto goes down. It works in correlation exactly this way. Now, because of that, we see this move. Now, F tonight, this candle closes bullish, higher than this zone, then we could expect clearly higher levels, or maybe even higher than that. which is going to be bad this time. If Trust me, if this time we go down, we're not gonna stop $110,000. It's going to be a lot scarier. Why do I think like this? Because in order for us to go in bull market, and why would everybody make money? That's my question. If this market is such a good market, then it should be for the patient, right? Remember, somebody said, I don't know who was it, Warren Buffett or someone else, that for stock market, he said that it rewards the impatient and takes away money from the patient, because that's the game. If you are not patient enough, then you will lose in that game. Now, that was for stock market. This is the father of all markets. It's crypto. It's the most volatile market in the entire world. And yes, for this you need to be more patient. But it also rewards you even more than what stock market could do if you are well positioned, well uh, educated, and not emotional. Okay, so these are the points. Now, if things go bad, it will get scarier. We might go below 110K, maybe even below 100K, but I don't want to tell you exactly where. Not a financial advice. Wait for the market to see what's going to happen. But things could change as well. Let's see. So the other one was USDT dominance, which reached this level that I previously talked about. That it is a clear level for me. If it wasn't, then why did the market bounced right after I told you? Because it was here, right? And what I was seeing this pattern, this wave. So this is actually, it's going to it's going to destroy all markets if this happens, because everybody will sell their crypto and they go to a stable coin. That's how the market is going to lose. Please, can you mute yourself, bro? Okay, I did it. Thanks. So it's going to be a lot scarier. And this is the only place it's holding right now. That's why we took a position in Bitcoin with a 0.5% stop loss. If in case things go bad, then Bitcoin will really go below 110, below even 100K. Then imagine what is going to happen for Ethereum. Then every other coin that lost almost 80% of it 4 or 5 days ago, just 4 or 5 days ago, they lost 80-90% of it. Coins like Sui, they're very good coins. Atom, um, what else? AVAX. AVAX went to like what, $9 injective to like $3. So why would you forget so quickly that it just happened 4 days ago and the market went to its lowest than it was 2 years ago within half an hour? So keep that in mind, because this is crypto, but also always be prepared for that. If you see those levels, it really means buy. If you see higher levels, exponentially higher levels, and you see a coin on a resistance, take your profit. If you're in profit, then what are you going to lose? So if you keep making money, you're not losing, you're always winning, and you get good at making money. If you get good at making money, then you have a discipline and you have a consistency in making money. The point is not to make a lot of money suddenly, gamble all your money. The point is to keep making money every day. That is the real challenge. to be always profitable. So I hope you understood. Now, another thing was that I said, although this is a good V-shaped recovery, but there is a risk here. So in a bear case, how does it look like for the total chart? Guys, if you are a beginner, you should understand this is not for beginners. Please go through at least the first module so you understand how to buy and sell these things. Then, if you like that, start the premium course, study properly, everything. Then you're gonna love and enjoy these analyses. Otherwise, you can still benefit and see where I'm buying and selling, but that's not gonna make you a trader. So if you want to become a trader, go through the lessons. It is the cheapest course in the entire universe for you and everybody else to really make money and then understand things. Okay? Do your own research. Study from anywhere you want, but study. That's the point. Okay. So the thing is that we have lost this support, and this support wasn't reclaimed, and it was lost again. Now it's being retested again. We expected this to come around here, but you can see that it is not trying to go there. Now, if we lose here, I think it will be done. We will keep on trending down. That's why we shouldn't lose these levels. Take a look at total 2. This is even closer to the level of support, which is Ethereum. But right below that, we also have another level, which could maybe hold because it's a newly made demand. So if we just remove this, let's see how it's looking like. It's just looking like so. So this is the last place you can expect for it to go down. From if it goes below, then this and even this could happen. Probably watch the market. Total 3. Total 3 is actually looking better than the total 2, than Ethereum. Like altcoins are looking much better at this point because I think a lot of people bought a lot of them when they had the chance, like right here. Here was all accumulated by the institutions. So you see that they manipulated the entire market, they had their orders, and when the market was bought, now, however, the price is going to go higher, it doesn't matter how much, they are the ones that are making the most of the profits. You might make profit, but at this point, you might make less profit. You can see that they made 200-300% easily in this dump, but now you might make a 10%, 20% profit, or a 50% profit. But if the market goes higher, they will they not only made 300%, they will make another 300% because for them it will move another 100%. But for you, it's just 100%. I hope you understood. For example, let's say, let's say they bought $100 at and a coin is at $1, they bought $100, right? As an example. But when it came to 300% profit, which is the worth is now $300, and the coin price is $3, you came and bought there. Here, you came and bought at $3. Now, when the coin goes to $6, how much do you make? You make 100%. How much do they make? 600%. Because for them, it gets doubled but for you also it gets doubled. So they're the ones making the most money. And when they dump, you will lose your 100% so quickly if you're not intelligent enough to take it. And when they take profit, the market moves like this and falls like this. And it will not even let you close your position. That's why, that's why when I was telling you, it might have been looking so funny. Why is this guy telling us to sell here? The market is looking so good. It's looking so bullish. We are at 124,000. We should go to, I don't know what were you expecting. You see, I saw this coming because I know how it works. They bought a lot here at these two levels. Obviously, they're gonna sell at these two levels. It's very important. That's why I'm still thinking the market is not looking as good at as it should have been, and the sudden fall in the price since last night is telling me that something fishy is going on again, and we might even go lower. So pay attention to 112,000, which we just bought, and 110,000. These are the two places you can accumulate, but your stop loss is 0.5% to 1%, not more than that. At these critical times, don't do it. But for long term, these are such good prices to accumulate, because if you think in the long run that Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million, then what does it matter for you to buy at $100,000, at $90,000, or at $130,000? The point is it's going to 10x from here. So these minor changes shouldn't matter, right? That's how you should see it. Okay, we talked about Ethereum, did we? No, we haven't. So the same goes for Ethereum. We were in this band. I clearly told you that if we couldn't close higher, you can see that this is not a breakout candle. A breakout is a clear breakout higher than a retest, then it goes even higher. But this is not a breakout. And that is why when the candle closed at 3 a.m. and I was awake, I took profits. But I told you guys earlier too, because it didn't change much. You could have taken profits. It's just I couldn't send it in the group. I was literally falling asleep. I was so sleepy. I didn't close it right at 3 a.m. I closed it at like 5:30 a.m. I was so dead sleepy that I was having my phone and I was falling asleep. I stood up, standing, then I was again falling asleep. It's good. If you make money, it's good. You will love these times. Okay, the other chart was 8 BTC. You can see that it was a clear breakout, and I warned you again that it is on a resistance. In order for everything to turn bullish, we need to take out this line. Once this is taken out, then expect something like this, like a quick pullback, then we should go even higher. All the Ethereum tokens, anything connected to Ethereum, should outperform the entire market if you see this. Otherwise, down, send it down. That's why it's always good to take profit here, then wait for the market to actually show what it does, then always react to what market gives you, instead of predicting, because nobody knows what happens in the future, but you can tell what's happening in the present. That's how much Allah has given you the ability to understand. You cannot understand what's happening in the future. You cannot predict. But there is one thing. If you're every day in the market, you will get your rizq. That's for sure. And you will get to understand where the market could possibly, probably go on today's basis, like the whole day today. It could go in certain direction. That's how much you are allowed to know. And that's my understanding. You cannot know what's going to happen tomorrow. Sol BTC, perfect rejection. You can see this is the zone that I made the drawing last night. I told you it's on a supply zone. In order for us to take this out, then Solana should go above $200. Then we can expect for it to really break higher. So I didn't show you Solana USD. So this is how it's looking like. Exactly here, bro. I told you take profits again. The same way I told you here. I told you here, take profits. Now you saw why I take profits in the lower levels, because it always comes back. And it's here. I can re-enter again, but I'm gonna wait. This is not looking good this time, bro. I took again profits. If it goes up, I will let it go up happily. Then I will search for another coin if I miss this. Or I will not trade and wait for another market structure to form. But my discipline is the most important thing. That's why I don't care about money. When I stop caring about money and stay on discipline, it brings me more money. This is the secret of it. If you stop caring about money, it will bring you more money. You understand me? So, but if you get manipulated and you're like, oh, I should make money, you will enter at these prices, then you either lose your profit quickly or you enter here and you're already in loss. That's how the market will teach you lessons again and again, that you should change the way you see the market. That's the most important thing. Then it will make you money eventually. Sol against Ethereum, although looking strong, but since Solana against USD is rejecting and Ethereum itself is rejecting, everything is rejecting. So this is also rejecting. Not performing quite well. Doge as well. Came back down. Came back down. Now, what are we expecting? A good entry. Since it's down, wait for an entry. I think it could still come down a little bit here before going up. So if you see it at like 18 cents, enter, have a stop loss of like half or 1%. Not more than that, because if we break this, then fill the wick, which we still haven't filled the wick, and everywhere. This entire wick is going to be filled if we go below. Now it doesn't matter if we analyze it against BTC and Ethereum. Although they're looking at in both Dogecoin against BTC and Ethereum, it's very strong. So I just told you, wait for it. It might give you just a little bit more downside. Sorry, this chart here. Then buy it there. Otherwise, avoid. The market is more bearish than it's bullish. So you can see that gold is again outperforming Bitcoin. Gold is trying to break this level of Fibonacci 2.618, which was 4,100. This is insane. I think it might just go and stop around these prices somewhere, like key psychological levels, because we actually don't really know. So 5,000 is another one. So this also shows you that people are buying less risky asset than risky assets. So crypto is a high risk reward asset compared to commodities and real estates and everything else. So in these situations, obviously it's not derived by retail traders like you and me. They're not moving the market. The market is moved by those kinds of money that we cannot fathom. We cannot think about how much money they are uh, using to manipulate all these markets, because everything is right now good. There isn't even war. But why is gold is still going up and crypto is going down? If you ask these questions, you always learn something from it, that why is this happening? So you can clearly see that gold is becoming the asset that all these countries are moving back to. Uh, Everybody, literally, they're buying gold at this time. Who knows when it's going to stop? Obviously, gold is the best out there, but Bitcoin is the digital gold. That might be volatile, but it gives you more opportunity to be always able to accumulate more of it, because gold doesn't. If gold keeps going up like this, so you will have to keep buying it this way, right? Then you have an average at higher levels like here maybe. But if you do the same in Bitcoin and buy at these levels, which it always does, things like this, or it comes down, then it goes up, right? It gives you more opportunity, so your average stays low. Even if you accumulate for long term, your average stays low, you stay in a lot more profit. So, two different things, different ways to understand and trade them. Anyways, so another view on Ethereum, you can see that this chart as well I talked about earlier. I don't know, yesterday on the in the previous video, you can see that Ethereum has broken this and it's clearly retesting. That's why you saw this fall. But where is it going to stop? We need to just take a look at the level of demand, and it's here. Oh my god, it did go to 3,400 on Binance. Then what is this? Against USDT. I am using USD on Coinbase. This is the problem. Oh, bro, this is the problem. I should have checked this earlier again. Anyways, so you can see that the strength is clearly broken and it's being retested. What do you see next? Down. Unless there's a miracle and we go above this, then we will go up. The market is bearish, guys. Please understand. That's why I told you yesterday as well, there's risk ahead. Take profits. Take profits. Because we bought it at good price, take profits. You're not gonna lose anything. Look at XRP. This is crazy. Remember, everybody in here was like, "Oh, I missed XRP." Do you see this? This this went to 1.25. I don't even trade this thing. I don't care where it goes. It's more like a hype than an actual good thing. I don't know, a lot of people like it, but maybe my understanding is not so much. I I really don't like XRP. Anyways, let's go to your questions. Give it to me. You can turn on your mic. Whoever's speaking, let me know, then turn on your mic. There's an option you can raise your hand.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Mr. Latif.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Can we check LTC?
Yes, sure, bro.
Thanks, you.
Where do I have LTC in my? Let me check. Last time. Okay, here it is. Here, bro. No breakout above this level. I talked earlier as well. I don't know if it was for you or another friend of ours in the community asked this. So yeah, I said after we go above this, then we can expect that. Otherwise, the next zone is 76, which is a lot greater dump. There is a small level here, not to ignore, but the fact that the price went so deep and broke all these levels, this wick needs to be filled. Most of the time, all these orders are filled again. So be ready for greater dumps. Just be ready. I'm not saying that it will happen, but if you see everything else, it's quite a possibility. If Bitcoin goes down, then everything goes down. More questions. Anything. Go on fundamentals too. Like, ask me something about trading, how to do analysis. Ask me other things other than just coin analysis. I will tell you that, no problem. But ask me important questions too. So everybody in this space learns from that.
Okay, wise.
Yes, bro.
Here in Nigeria, we are allowed to use Bushard app only without problems. Using Binance, OKX might come with some restrictions on your account. But
Okay.
Bushard does not have stop loss. It does not have stop loss.
And spot.
So you have to keep checking your app almost every 30 minutes.
Huh. Bro, are you talking about spot?
Yes, boss.
So in Nigeria, you said you cannot use
Other apps without
Binance.
problems. Yeah.
They have restrictions. Have you tried
Yes.
decentralized exchanges
No. Like which one?
like Uniswap, like Radium, to trade based on those, or like other dexes like Hyperliquid?
No, I have not.
So the cost might be just a little bit higher, but they have these options. I will make a proper video on how you can trade on chain. So look at that. But the thing is that for stop loss, there are several ways you can put a stop loss. If the what is it? The platform itself doesn't have a stop loss. So for a spot, we have a trailing stop, and we have a stop. Sorry, a sell limit. So those could be triggered after these zones are broken. If you have a price here, then it triggers. But most of the time, you should avoid. What I learned is I don't really use a stop loss. When I tell it to people to use a stop loss, first of all, most of people are beginners. They don't know what's happening. That's why they should use a stop loss. But for me, because I'm full-time trader, I'm always looking daily for at least like 15, 30 minutes. If I come and check the market, I know where the course of market is and where it could possibly go. So which I explained earlier. So when at 3 a.m. in our time, when the daily candle closes, okay, it really shows me where could be the next stop of the market if I know fundamentals, obviously. So what I do is I don't immediately sell. If it closes below this, then it would mean that it could still come back to this zone. Now if I have my let's say I when the price was coming down, I bought here, right? The price fell below all the way up here, but I still haven't sold because the daily hasn't closed. It happened within half an hour, right? I don't want to be manipulated what the market is doing unless the daily closes in certain way. So what happened was the daily came and closed above this zone. Okay, then it gave me a retest to this level which I bought. Now I could exit based on what I see here. A quick retest, I'm out. I'm giving you as an example. So when I see lower
Okay.
levels, I can enter back in the market. So that's how you can have a stop loss to get out on a break even. Like most of the time, you will literally get out on a break even or with small percentages. But for that, you
Hmm.
need to think like an investor. If you think more like an investor than a trader, it's likely you're gonna succeed in this market. But for that, you need to be a lot patient and you need to have a lot of funds as well. So there are different ways to play this. Unfortunately, there is no shortcut for it.
Okay.
Yes, there is no shortcut. You can still use a stop loss, but if you put your stop loss below this, you can see that it has hit your stop loss. It came down, but it came back to that. Then it came down. Then it
Above.
could even go higher, right? So there's a
Mm.
lot of
Yeah.
ways you need to know fundamentals. You need to know technical analysis. You need to know everything in order to fully grasp what the market might actually do. And most of the time, you should accept that nobody knows. The best traders in the world doesn't know. They just react on the market. Let me tell you another way you can do certain things. Let's suppose you have a good amount of money in your hand, okay? Like, how much is a
Okay.
good amount of money to you? I don't know. But let's suppose $1,000 is a good amount of money in order to make some bucks and make some good money. What you can do is keep half of it as backup, okay? Start with $500. You have five positions in the market. Each $100, because you're a beginner, you're learning, you're trying to know what can I do in this market, because I don't know for sure where the market stops, but when I see a lower price, I want to put the money there. So you don't put all
Okay.
your money, you position yourself right at the bottoms of the market. So let's say the market moves 10% and you have only $100, you make $10, right? But
Hmm.
let's say the market stays in that price and you keep getting that the signal is that the market has stopped and it's flattened, you can put another $100 and wait. Then after some days you see a spike, it goes to a little bit higher. Then you see the formation that
Take
okay,
profit.
we might go higher. You can put more money, but in this way you have created an average for you that when the market moves exponentially, like 50%, you have different positions in different parts of the market. The same way, when it goes down, you do the same. So you still have $500 in your backup that just in case something absolutely wrong happens, I can use this to build positions lower. So let me tell you something. For example, you're trading here, okay? And the market suddenly falls, and you have $500 stuck at these levels, okay?
Okay.
Completely stuck. You put another $100, and the market has fallen quite a lot, like 50%. You put $100 without any fear, and you make 100%. So you make another $100 from this dump. And when the market
Okay.
comes up, you will see that if it is reclaimed and we're going higher, I can keep this initial positions I put around these prices. Otherwise, if it's trying to turn back, I will take this profit that I bought and here I will close one or two positions here as well. I will let one or two positions in the market. Still, then the market, you will see that the market will do this again. When the market does something once, it will do it again. Then when it comes down in here now, you already made $100, right? You put both of them
Mm-hmm.
here. Even you can put this position because you just recovered it. Put this as well here. Keep the rest of your money, like another $400 you still have, right? So
Yeah.
you will make again another 100%. But now you took a position from here. You made a 200% here. Okay, so in total you invested $300 in this. You made another $300. So if you count, you just made $400, which is 40% of your portfolio, in these dumps, by not getting emotional in the market, by actually seeing it happening and going there with no fear and actually doing it. So it takes a lot of practice, and it's not this easy to just keep your positions and loss. You know what I tell my
Mm-hmm.
friends? That why am I giving you this much explanation is because this is how I manipulate the market to go against me. Read a book,
Mm.
it's called The Disciplined Trader. And there he says if you always have liquidity in your hand and if you always have money, you change the market direction according to your benefit. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a very good lesson for everybody to learn here, that if you don't always put all your money and don't get greedy, maybe sometimes you make money, but if you always have liquidity, you will learn a lot of things. And possibly because in crypto we see these larger dumps, you might actually get a lower price and buy it, and within a day make 100 or 200%. This has happened a lot with me, a lot.
Okay.
So when you always have cash aside, you will have power with you. That if
Yeah.
no matter what happens in the market, I'm always prepared.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. So that's it, bro.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anyone else before we actually close today's meeting? Um, okay, guys, I think there is no more questions. Let's go then. It was nice meeting all of you. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.